back up against your friend.
That'll teach. It'll be good to get out of the sun for a while. Where'd you come from?
Dear Cicero will keep you from harm, sweet mother.
Help!
Ever and always.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. This is the kind of thing makes everything else worth it.
Here. Looks like we got ourselves a hero. I cannot best you!
No, you don't. Done and done.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gyala.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive. I wish I could have said the same for my man here. Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it up. Some of the veteran guard. Me, I don't care what they're called. I was going to search for clues that might... I know it isn't the best place to start, but we know they've been coming from this direction. Good. Besides, I don't feel comfortable leaving Raven Rock. We were searching the farm when the ash spawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see if you can turn up anything. This is... The note says it's from General Falk's Carrier. Well, Carius was the Imperial garrison commander at Fort Frostmoth, but he died over 200 years ago when the Red Mountain leveled the place. There's no way he could still be alive. If General Carius is still alive, I need you to head out to Fort Frostmoth and check it out. No one knows, really. They started attacking the bulwark a few weeks ago. My men were able to kill... We've had 2 other... I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like... Exactly. Something... I might know someone. Don't. I can't. Maybe it had something to do with a temple. A temple here on the island. Does that help?
That'll teach you. You're not getting the best of me. Oh, no, you don't. Getting the best of me.
Oh, damn you!
No, you don't. Done and done.
We know all the rest.
almost got enough. Just need one good haul.
Need to get Mother some flowers.
Damn wizards. Not good
Pretty
enough.
flowers.
Cozy little
Hope you're
place,
getting
isn't it?
You never dis. Is it really? It is. Here, let me show you how it's made. Assuming you have the smithing skills, you should be able to make this your. I think I'll be sad when we're done collecting these. But I can't wait to see these drawings. Go on, get out of here.
This is fine for now, but we can't stay holed up here forever.
Arke's been watching over me. I know. Arke told me if I once killed. I've been poring over some of the seems the previous incarnation of Arke, and I think it could be a great advantage for us. A powerful warhammer imbued with magic. Sounds useful. What's that, Lord? Falmer. Nothing you can't handle. Go with the light.
Who's there? That'll teach you.
To get rid of some flowers. The pretty flowers.
Yes? What did you need?
Is there singing in the void? Dancing? Surely that... Red Lord. Poor Cicero to keep him. Plunge my knife into her belly.
Yes? What did you need?
I like what East Run has done with the place. It's good to see someone else who's really prepared. You never did. Now, this is a find. Plans for improving... Here. I'll have some for sale soon. Speak with Florentius. Speak with Florentius. He has something for you. It's sort of a random assortment of things. See anything useful? All right, then.
Arkay's been watching over me for... Well done. I said you'd return victorious. Arkay was... I once killed... I've been poring over some of the tome. Seems the previous incarnation of the Dawnguard. Arkay and I think it could be a great advantage for us. A magical shield that, when blocked with, might come in handy. What's that, Lord? Vampire.
Well, I'm not
Nothing
sure.
you can't
I
handle.
guess it came from
Go
fighting
with the
and
light.
thinking, what could be worse? And then, realizing a troll with armor. Even more.
Must oil Mother soon. Get all the hard-to-reach places.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
What was that?
Knew I heard something. That'll teach
Get across me.
No, you don't. You're not getting the best of me.
That was each get across me. Guess it was nothing after all. What was that?
Done and done. You're not getting the best of me.
There can be no other end.
No, you don't.
You'll suffer.
Oh, no, you don't.
No match at all.
Yes? What did you need? I can't wait to see the courtyard again.
At last. Arkay's been watching over me for years now. He says he's... Well done. I said you'd return victorious. Arkay wasn't... I once killed... Speak with Gunmar. He has some... Speak with Gunmar. He has something for you. We'll speak again soon.
I've never heard of the Divine speaking directly to someone before.
So,
Cozy little place, isn't it? I've learned of it, and while I do not know its exact whereabouts, pay a visit to the beast's last known contact. Do what you... Then root out the monster and destroy it.
yes? What did you need?
I didn't say that. I wondered if perhaps he did it for the attention. But every now and then he'll say something that makes me reconsider.
I suppose we're all a little crazy to be here, right?
Cicero will keep you from harm, sweet mother. Forever and always.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gyala.
To the death then.
Huh?
This should be good.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me
My
be.
apologies for Cretius's ravings. I don't know what you're talking about. Like I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Well... That letter's the last I've heard of him and mentions where he is. Now please, leave me alone.
Who in the blazes are you? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you... Maybe. But mark my words, these mines... A secret the East Empire Company swept up. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. Gratian Kyrenius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel, and he died. The East Empire Company called it a terrible... My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great... I found an unsent letter he'd written to the... It described... The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. Sure, ignore the ravings of a crazy old man. I get it.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gyala.
vacuum. I don't have any choice.
The challenger is near!
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Here we go! The challenger is near!
I don't have any choice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This isn't what I want.
The challenger is near!
I don't want to do this. I don't have any choice. I'm sorry. I don't have any choice. I don't have any choice. I'm sorry.
The challenger is near!
This isn't what I want. I don't want to do this.
That's the best you can do! That your best? Huh? There could be no other end.
Yes? What did you...
Stay away. I'm sorry.
That'll teach you to cross me.
Cozy little place. For those... Our compassion compares us. I've discovered destroying the head vampire is usually sufficient to scatter its minions, though it's best to destroy every last one of them. Take care of yourself.
Long life to you, Thane.
Yes? What did you need?
Riften. Cicero likes Riften. Cheats and ruffians and cutthroats abound. Finally, some fun.
Been a while since I've seen you. Why don't you take a look at some of my merchandise and we'll see what kind of a deal we can make. Do me a favor. If you speak to Maeve and tell...
I smell.
Who's there?
Oh, damn you! I knew I heard something.
You're not getting the best of me.
What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well, dead. It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries. This used to lead into the castle's great hall. Looks like my father had it sealed up. I used to walk through here after evening meals. It was beautiful once. This was my mother's garden. Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended by a master for hundreds of years? She would have hated to see it like this. Wait. Something's wrong with the moon dial here. Some of the crests are missing and the dial is askew. I didn't even know the crests could be removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something. I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. Well, as far as I'm aware, the previous owners of the castle had a son that didn't appeal to my mother. She persuaded an elven artisan to make some improvements. You can see the plates that show the phase. That's the thing. What's the point of a moon dial? But she loved it. I don't know. I guess it's like having a piece. Hard to say. Maybe if we found the missing crests, we could figure it out. If I had to guess, I'd say the... Knowing him, anything at all, it appears that way. Perhaps if he had spent more time with us, he would have recognized the beauty for himself. If we had the crests, we wouldn't have to keep hanging around this lovely place. If we had the crests, we wouldn't have to keep hanging around this lovely place. Clever, Mother. Very clever. I've never been in those tunnels before, but I bet they'd run right under the courtyard and into the tower room. I've never even seen this part. We're getting close, I'm sure. Alright, let's see what you have. Alright, let's see what you have. Turns out my mother was sneakier than I thought. I wonder what she's hiding. Where'd you come from?
A challenger is near!
You're not getting the best of me. No, you don't.
That'll teach you. Who's there?
Escapes!
You're not getting the best of me.
No match at all.
You're not getting the best of me. You're not getting the best of me.
I was sure I heard something. Where'd you come from? I knew I heard something. You're not getting the best of me.
The challenger is near!
I knew I heard something. I heard something. Where'd you come from? No, you don't. Who's there? Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Done and done. getting the best of me. Getting the best of me. I don't think we've reached the top yet. I bet there's some kind of secret passage around here. Leave it to my mother. Always smarter than I gave her credit for. Look at this place. This has to be it. I knew she was deep into necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this. Look at all this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing? I'm not sure about this circle, but it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone. My mother was meticulous about her research. If we can find her notes, there might be some hints in there. I had no idea she had an alchemy set up in her drawing room, but nothing that even comes... Looking at the equipment and materials, it looks... I don't know. Certainly not longevity. Kind of a waste of time for a vampire. Not that I... My mother had a bit of a thing for magical constructs. Not what you're thinking. She just found them fascinating. I remember she used to keep a small journal. See if you can dig it up. Any luck yet? You did? Let me see them. I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems, that the souls inside of them don't just... The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to... That circle in the center... If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us a handful of soul gem shards. Oh, damn it. We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this. Not bad. We'd better hope that's good enough. Mistakes with these kind of portals can be... gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Oh, definitely. Mother would have plenty of those materials in her laboratory. We just need to find them. Having trouble finding those ingredients? Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my Of course. What is it? I've been asking myself. She was so sure of what we did to my father. I couldn't help but go along with her. Possibly. I guess she worried about me. About all of us. But she wanted to get me as far away from my father as possible before he really went over Yes, you're right. Are we ready then? All right. Here goes. By the blood of my ancestors. She actually did it. Created a portal to the soul cairn. Incredible. Incredible. Simply... The soul cairn... It's ruled by unseen beings known as the Ideal Masters. Honestly, I don't know. Necromancers are always interested in souls, though, so that... Nobody really... As far as I've heard, no one's seen them and returned to Tamriel to tell about. I've read stories. Stories about... You give the Ideal Masters souls, they give you powers to summon the undead. Because most of the stories end with the Ideal Masters duping the Necromancers, who end up dead or wishing they were dead. I'm ready when you are. Are you alright? That looked painful. Now that I think about it, it's hard to describe. The soul cairn is... well, hungry, for lack of a better word. It's trying to take your life out. There might be. Vampires aren't counted among the living. I could probably go through there without a problem. Not your first choice, I'd guess? We could just pay the toll another way. It wants a... My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially... It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the soul cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. I'm sorry. Just know that whatever path you... I know that better than anybody. Have you made up your mind? Are you sure? I'm willing to do it. You'll remain mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the soul cairn. I know this is difficult for you. I hope you trust me. I'd never do anything that could hurt you. Let's not wait. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still. Let's go. My mother must be... waiting on the other side of that thing. The air, the ground, this is all wrong.
Stay away from the Oblivion Gate, I told them. Did they listen? Of course not.
$1,000 steps, 1,000 more. Stay away from the Oblivion Gate, I told them. Did they listen? Of course not.
Beware the dragon Dunavir, destroyer of souls and harbinger of the fallen.
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
The clouds, the sky. It's all wrong. Everything's wrong.
The challenger is near!
You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Stay back.
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. Please, he's such a loyal creature. And he's been running for... Arvak! Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
back. You're dead. Man off, I suppose.
Please, end this misery.
Well, look what we have here. Someone... Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a How in the name of Senator was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer? You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here with... I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? I'll tell you, the only thing I see around here in abundance are soul. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart. Odds and ends. Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. If... No husks, no sale. Guess you have some scavenging to do.
This is all wrong.
Who's there? I knew I heard something. You're dead.
This is all wrong. Just what my mother... When something is trapped in a soul gem, and then the enemy... Well, I think it's specifically the black ones. I don't know if the soul cairn takes just any leftovers. Look at this place. Do you think anything would want to live here? The only things that can survive here are the ideal masters, the undead, and the souls themselves. Well, if you want to call that living. I don't think anyone's ever met the Ideal Masters. They could be underground, flying above us. They might be the ground, I have no idea. Lots of theories. Others think they use them as payment to an even higher power. Almost like whatever they're doing with them, they've been harvesting for millennia. No telling how many souls are trapped here. Look around you. Even a necromancer as seasoned as my mother would be willing to spend years. Exactly. It's a lost art. Most necromancers just raise up whatever bodies are nearby. A simple trick, really. Child's play. But bringing something from the soul cairn gives you something much more powerful. That's usually the trick. It's possible to do it through a simple but to finalize the deal, you have to travel here yourself. And most of them never come back. No, but there's no way she would have left it in Tamriel. She wanted to get it as far away from my father as possible. Then we find out where she hid it, if she's still alive. Probably to avoid whatever my father... Or maybe her plan was to come back, but she was stuck here. We won't know until we find her. Mother? Mother!
It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him. To make everything right.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down. Glorious. Serana claims you're her guardian, yet your Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor. It's what some call the domain of Molig Bal, his place in oblivion. Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, in his eyes, she'd be dying. And how exactly do you plan on stopping him? Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire. My presence on... You care nothing for... Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed. Serana? This stranger aligns herself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to her.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known her than you've done in centuries.
How dare you! I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father!
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, If you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes, I've kept it safely secured here ever since. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that... You need to locate the tallest. At their bases, the barrier's energy. Destroy the keepers that are tending them. And it's... One more word of warning. There's a... The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat. When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters. I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never... The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers, and sent... Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay, and... Unfortunately, since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never... Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game. Each watching the other, to see which... As you've been traveling... Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the... You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer. Harkon's vision is a world plunged... What he fails to realize is how much... If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand. The order of the day would be our destruction. Until every... I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way... I know they're mystic entities. Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structure. I believe there's more to it than that. I think they transcend what we perceive as... Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer... Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims. The Ideal Masters' weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them. The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters wind up here as harvested souls. Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
That sky feels like I'm being watched. Can't stand it anymore.
purposely charge the enemy. No. What do you want? How does anyone expect me to write my opus with all of these rude interruptions? What do I mean? If I hadn't lost all of the pages, I wouldn't be in very well. I am Jim. Some call me. I can't say that I'm surprised by your answer. Until I get my second volume published, no one will ever know of my achievements. A book? I'd hardly call a 26-volume epic simply a book. Surely you've heard of the rise and fall of St. Jib the Eradicator, hero of Morrowind and savior of the Dunmer. Maybe you should leave the writing to an expert. Stop making foolish suggestions. Terrible. I was in the midst of writing the second volume, and they just threw me into this prison. That damned Remora and his minions. They didn't even give me a chance to explain who I was. Well, I assume so. It cast a spell at me from some kind of strange black crystal. Next thing I knew, I arrived here. My what? No. All this wasted. No, my work will never see the light of day. Perhaps. Maybe I can't leave. In order to write the second volume of my opus, I need... When I was tossed in here, I felt there were 10 of them in all. Find them only... Well, that's a ridiculous question. Everyone traveling through here has said that the Oblivion Gates have been opening all over. Has it been that? Well, it started with the followers of Magnus Dagon having Emperor Uriel Septim VII assassin. Without a septim on the throne of the Empire, Dagon was able to leave Oblivion through the gates and attack. All I heard is that without a septim sitting on the throne of the... This meant that we were vulnerable. Well, I don't know. Everything seemed fine until that Remora attacked me. I only heard later about the gates. I can only assume the gates have been closed by now. I had just moved from my... I settled in the city of Kavach to write my memoirs, and to... Indeed. One moment I was writing diligently, and the next, it was a cadre. I took it upon myself to join the cause and fight. The reason I'm standing in front of you as only a... I never knew what became of Kavach. I wonder if they were... Ah, yes. Say Jib the Eradicator, Jib the Magnificent. Yes. They used to crisscross the skies over Morrowind like vermin. Nasty flying creatures, but after I was freed from prison, it became quickly apparent that the best way I could help would be... Indeed I was. The people of Morrowind were so grateful to have the roads safer again. That was a dark time. Maybe that's why I worked so hard to... I murdered others for money. Before you think I belonged to some romantic... I was simply an addict who needed money for skooma. The stuff wasn't cheap, and murder always... I was paid to... What I didn't know is someone had hired the Morag Dong to kill him as well. Exactly. He got to my target first, and called them... Walked right into a trap. They tried me for murder, threw me on a... Gave me lots of time to think. That's for sure. Thanks again for searching.
The challenger is near! is near!
Done.
No match at all.
Where'd you come from? Stay back! Stay back! Done and...
Want my advice? Never welch on a bargain with the ideal masters. I don't take it very well.
knew I heard something.
Arvak! You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him to you. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
Where'd you come from? Who's there? Who's there? I was sure I heard something. Ugh. My mother must be waiting on the other side of that thing. I feel terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity. It seems awful. Like they're still... Let's go. My mother must be waiting on the other side of that thing. Stay back! Stay back! Soon! Where'd you come from?
The challenger is near!
Done.
No match at all! Weakness!
Stay back!
There could be no other end!
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Very impressive. Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
Sure?
astonishing. But I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon.
Come on, she's leading us to the scroll. Come on, she's leading us to the scroll.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Unless... the soul of a dragon is as resilient as... It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere. Minutes, hours, years... Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll, and you can be on your way. What did you want?
That's it. That's the last scroll. Come on.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. If there's anything I can do before you depart, you must let me know. So my daughter applied some of the lessons. Don't worry. I think I can help. Your soul essence was trapped inside a gem. When you you simply need to retrieve the gem. There's an offering altar not terribly far from here. I'm willing to bet that the gem you're looking for is... Is there anything else? I have no... If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny. I appreciate your concern for me. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left.
The sooner we get the scroll home, the sooner we deal with my father.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin. Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death. I believe in civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue. Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you. For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there. I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more. I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum. Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right. In my language, the Quinarin is the vanquisher, the one who has bested a fellow Dova in battle. Even in the Soul Cairn, the defeat of the World Eater has reached my ears, Dovahkiin. You may not be Dova, but the defeat of Alduin earns you the right of title. There was a time when I called Tamriel my home, but those days have long since passed. The Dova roamed the skies, vying for their small slices of territory that resulted in immense and ultimately fatal battles. I was, but unlike some of my brethren, I sought solutions outside the norm in order to maintain my superiority. I began to explore what the Dova call Elok Gillan, the ancient forbidden art that you call necromancy. The Ideal Masters assured me that my powers would be unmatched, that I could raise legions of the undead. In return, I was to serve them as a keeper until the death of the one who calls herself Valerica. I discovered too late that the Ideal Masters favor deception over honor, and had no intention of releasing me from my binding. They had control of my mind, but fortunately they couldn't possess my soul. Free? No. I have been here too long, Quinarin. The Soul Cairn has become a part of what I am. I can never fully call Tamriel my home again, or I would surely perish. I only hope that you will allow me the precious moments of time there, through your call.
The sooner we get the scroll home, the sooner we deal with my father.
Speak if you have aught to say worth the listening.
knew I heard something. Stay back! Stay back! What is it? This better not be all the things you just can't be bothered with. I can't say it surprises me. I just didn't know when. If. I've been trying. Come on. We can talk about this another time.
The free air of Bruce at long last. As promised, I now teach you the first word of soul-tearing. Re, the essence of your enemy's life force.
Cicero is at your service, oh great and powerful. Listener. Humble.
The bargain. Now let me fulfill mine. Feel the last word of soul-tearing within yourself. Zol, the unlife that results when a soul is imprisoned in dead flesh.
It's so... bright out here. I don't know how to stand it.
It's not a horker. That's my wife.
Hope you're getting along with Isran.
I trust your journey was successful. I'm sorry, my friend. It's my fault. In my haste, I thought I'd be able to allay the after effects. But, blind? No. It will have to run its course. No, there is another way. The question is, I can't guarantee you'd be free from harm. Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades. There's one in Skyrim, in the Pine Forest. Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within it involves carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract Ancestor Moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the... In keeping with tradition, you must... Every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy. Sadly, yes. It is the inevitable fate we agree to pursue when reading the Elder Scrolls. It generally does not, but in my case, I simply was not preparing myself properly. Deciphering one of the Elder Scrolls, it can take months or even years to complete a single scroll, and even then, months to recover. Well, as I'm sure you figured out by now, it's no mere coincidence that we're named Moth Priests. The voice of the Ancestor Moth has always been an integral part of reading the Elder Scrolls. Oh, the moths don't literally read the scrolls, but they maintain a If you listen closely when you find the glade, it's through this ancestral chorus that the moths tap into a form of primal augury, and by having the ancestor moths close to the moth priest, only the most resilient of priests can do it this way. It takes years of... You've come this far, whether you believe it or not. The scrolls have a mind of their own. If they did not want you to find them, they would not allow it. Because of this, I strongly believe you were meant to hear the ancestral chorus. Only one way to find out. Good luck. I hope you find the answers you seek. I've helped you all that I can. The rest is up to you.
Yes?
Good luck. To get
find the answers you seek.
Pretty flowers. Kill someone!